Hello there, dead and lovely listeners, and welcome to a brand new special mini-sode of the greatest podcast in all the land. Why, it's dead and lovely, here being recorded live on an iPhone, hence the slightly degraded audio quality. Here with the host with the most, why, it's your good friend Uncle Ben.
And me, Hollywood Steve.
And I'd like to introduce now our new cast with 100% more genders represented. We got the ladies in the heezy. What? Who's these delicious broads hanging out here with us?
It's Tante Kate.
It's Tante Kate over here.
I'm Sweet Emily.
Sweet Emily, she's called? I call her Easy E.
Oh. Don't call me. Never mind.
Don't call you late for dinner.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I think that's how it goes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, indeed. We have chosen to bring forth those ladies what chose us. Maybe it's that they brought their husbands to the show.
That actually is it. This is where they take over the podcast, and then we just be supportive. I guess.
That's right. Dinosaurs create podcasts.
That would be sweet.
Dinosaurs destroy podcasts.
Right.
Dinosaurs inherit the earth.
Right?
It's in Jurassic Park.
Yep.
This is what they talked about.
Jurassic Park was talking about. Right, it was.
Yeah.
Remember we had the whole because they were
It's
all
all about
women.
the women's, yeah.
Wow. All right, anyway,
Nice.
we're going to be off so many topics.
It's okay. Listen to the
Age of
Jurassic
this?
Park. Yeah, maybe it's just up to y'all to cover this.
right.
Y'all be sure to listen to that Jurassic Park bonus.
It's a good one.
wildcard episode. That's a jewel right there.
Rate
But
and review on
today,
iTunes.
if rate and review, you're right. See, you're catching on so quick.
I got your back.
You're just destroying that tree. You ain't popping that podcast cherry. You're straight up roundhouse kicking that thing.
Get out of here.
Uppercutting that cherry.
Get out of here, Cherry.
Fuck you, Cherry. Move on out. Now, we are here to talk with you guys in this impromptu mini-sode because we just watched a new movie, what was directed by one Jim Jarmusch.
And Ben's not doing the thing we do where we say words weird. That is his last name.
Jim
He's not
Jarmusch.
Jim James. He's
Right.
Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, Jarmusch. We watched a movie, what was it called, Steve?
The Dead Don't Die.
And we wanted to give you guys our straight off the cuff first impressions about it. You heard it here first, y'all.
True.
And we're going to be giving you guys a spoiler-free, just short review, and then we're going to get into spoiling the fuck out of it. So let's just kind of say that it is I don't know, would you call it a semi-artsy zombie flick? By
An
Jim
artsy
Jarmusch?
zom-com.
I'd say
Zom-com, yeah.
if you're familiar with Jim Jarmusch,
Yeah.
it's a lighthearted Jim Jarmusch comedy
Yeah.
zombie movie. Still very Jim Jarmusch.
I would, Ben said it best while we were watching the movie. He said, this reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite. And it's like the characters of Napoleon Dynamite thrown into a Jim Jarmusch movie.
Yeah.
Is this where I say I hate Napoleon Dynamite?
Don't tell
like
anybody that.
comparison.
I wouldn't tell anybody that ever if I was you. That's
Okay.
not a
That's not
beloved
a nice
character
thing
trait.
to say.
I
No.
take it back.
Exactly right. That's a great answer, dear. Great one.
Sweet Emily would never say that.
Exactly right. Yes. I think as like former Mormons, you guys are just kind of like
Oh, yeah.
You kinda have
Mormons
to
love
like-
Napoleon
Yeah.
Dynamite.
You guys
no
kinda-
curse
Fun.
words.
Good, clean
Right.
Good, clean fun. And it's set in Idaho, full of Mormons. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this to me did kind of remind me of, like you said, it's like if Napoleon Dynamite had zombies in it and was written by the Coen brothers.
Yep.
Is really what it sort
Yeah,
of
I'd say
reminded me
that's
of.
pretty accurate.
And I'll say going into this, like I don't have any particular Jim Jarmusch bias. Like I'm not one of those people that just automatically loves everything the guy has done. I've actually not seen that many of his movies, to be completely
I
honest.
think I've only seen Dead Man, really.
Yeah, and Dead Man's pretty cool. It's weird as
You haven't
shit.
seen Only Lovers Left Alive?
Only Lovers Left Alive is okay. I thought that it was a little emo with the rock star
haven't seen it.
vampires and
You
stuff.
need to
and
watch
slow.
it again because it's like dark humor.
It's low level funny.
Very low level. But
Okay.
it's great. I love it so much.
Well, maybe I need to give it another ride. I don't know if I've ever seen like Ghost Dog. That's kind of the one that everybody talks about with Jim Jarmusch.
Oh,
right?
Ghost Dog, the one with...
Way of the Samurai.
Yeah.
Whitaker?
Yeah, is it Forrest Whitaker in that?
Yeah,
I think
Forrest
so.
Whitaker,
Yeah. I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
Soundtrack's by the RZA.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Liking it, yeah.
Coffee and cigarettes is really his
That one is a good one.
like pedestal movie.
Magnum opus.
Huh.
Yeah.
yeah, I do
Yeah,
like that one
I
too.
haven't seen that one.
Anything with cigarette in the title, I don't want to watch.
You're like, no.
I'm already
Gross.
grossed out. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody in it.
Remember in the
smells.
90s, everybody was like, yeah, smoking's fucking cool. What? No,
And where are they
it
now?
really isn't.
They're fucking dead.
No, they're
they're
around
all-
us still.
Yeah,
probably.
they're
They're
still here.
vaping now. out.
Yeah, they're probably vaping.
Yeah, they're
You're
vaping.
probably
Oh
right.
man, they're ripping some sick vapes.
I really didn't
Taking
like.
the freedom back.
He did Broken Flowers, right?
Yep.
I haven't seen
I
it.
did not like that fucking movie at
I
all.
love that movie.
I did not like
It is
that.
sad and slow.
So-
It's a Jim Jarmusch movie.
Sad and slow.
I kind of
That's
associate.
how I like to do it.
It reminds me of my honeymoon. Am I right? But that movie is kind of always held in my memory as like being made during that same time period
Yeah.
where we're supposed to be like, oh, we take Bill Murray like really seriously, like when he did Lost in
right,
Translation, which I also hated.
Oh really?
I never
hate
saw
it.
it.
Ugh.
It didn't look interesting.
I did not like it at all. So going into this, I just want you guys to know I don't have any sort of like Jim Jarmusch bias, and
No.
I fucking loved this movie.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was
It was
amazing.
great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Easy to say. Don't spoil it for yourself.
Yeah.
Not that there's
not
much to
really spoiling.
spoil. It's more of a comedy, a meta horror comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there is a surprise, I guess, though.
There's a little
I
bit,
don't want to spoil
yeah.
any of that.
If you're not paying attention, there's a surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in the spoiler zone. But yeah, I would say go watch it. If like,
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Go see it.
Yeah, if you liked, Shaun of the Dead, it's not
Sure.
the same, but it's similar. It's got
It's a
similar
lot
sort
more
of
dry
like
humor.
Very
lot more dry,
Yeah.
very dry.
Yeah, I'd say like if you like Shaun of the Dead and you also like Coen Brothers movies, this
Yeah.
is probably right up your alley and is going to be okay for you to watch. You'll probably dig it. It has a very particular vibe about it, and I think that within 5 minutes into the movie, if you're not into it, you're probably
you're
just
not gonna like
gonna
it. Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
you know?
but
It sets up the beat.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we all four immediately were laughing almost like
Yeah.
it's almost as soon as it started. It really just has that good like low key fun vibe to it,
Right.
and everybody in it is awesome. So
it performs as advertised in the trailer, which is something that I was
Yeah.
very okay with because like
Yeah.
and more about this later, but it's just like knowing it was a Jim Jarmusch movie, I was kind of thinking it was going to get into that bleak, serious,
right. Yeah,
dark,
that's what
artsy territory.
After seeing the trailer, I was like, I mean, it is uniquely Jim Jarmusch, but the trailer made it be like, well, any director could have made this funny
Yeah.
zombie movie.
Right.
But it definitely has his fingerprints all over it.
Right.
But it just never gets started.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Like going into it, I was like, "Oh man, okay." The trailer looks really fun and funny, and you got Tilda Swinton with the samurai sword and all
Yeah.
this shit. And I was like, "But eventually, it's going to get real and depressing, right?" But no, this movie really does kind of
Yeah.
go how you think that it would based on having watched the
it's
trailer.
a fun time, and I'd actually say this is one of those that you could probably watch with your tweens and teens.
It's not that brutal.
It's not that
I'm
brutal.
such a
No.
bad gauge of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I watched whatever I wanted.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and say, growing up Mormon, I catch fuck all the time.
Oh, they say fuck
Because
a
I
lot.
legitimately used to count just to show my parents, like, look, they only said the F word
Look what
twice.
heathens they
Uh-huh.
are.
Like, no joke. So I immediately was like,
That's so
after like
homeschool.
5 fucks, I was like, well, there's some kid behind me that's watching this.
Yeah, there was a
Good
kid behind me.
parenting.
There was a tween or early teen girl
She
behind
sounded
us.
like a little girl. After the movie, when I saw her, she looked like a teenager.
Bless her heart.
So
She was talking
lots
like a
of
little girl.
language,
Some
Yeah.
language, yeah.
some gore, no
nudity.
sex.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
sex.
No sex.
There's no like
I love that there's
sexual
no,
innuendo
like, yeah.
even really.
I don't even say like all the zombie like killings and stuff like that were pretty mild because in kind of a cool move they decided for the zombies to not really be like blood bags but more like bags of ash or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah, that was cool.
which I thought was kind
That
of
was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
are we doing now? It's spoiler stuff.
No, not yet, not yet. But to me, it kind of reminded me of like when you played Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 2 and it had the sweat
That
mode.
is exactly what it reminded me of.
It was kinda like
immediately.
that.
I was like, are they just doing like a black sort of sweatish thing? But no, it was dust. It was some
Yeah,
dust.
yeah. I'd say if your kid plays like Call of Duty or some shit like that, he's seen way worse. If he's played
Definitely.
the Resident Evil new game, way more brutal than this.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of blood and stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
It's a fun family watch. I'll say.
There you go. If you watch The Walking Dead is
Oh,
way
way,
more brutal
yeah.
than
way
this.
worse than this.
way
yeah.
more brutal.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that you totally could watch this with
Yeah.
with your kids and tweens, I think.
So go see it.
Go
If-
give it a
if you
check
want
out.
to.
Yep,
Don't
yep.
go see it if you're Mormon.
Okay, maybe not if you're the Mormon. That's true. It's a good point.
All right.
So from here on lie spoilers ahead. Again, this movie has a couple little neat twists and stuff like that in it that you might not know about going into it. So don't let us spoil it for you. You've heard us tell you already. Go see it. It's a really good movie. But from here on out, we're going to get into some spoilerous stuff where we talk about the nuts and bolts of this flick. So beware.
Spoilers.
So many fucking awesome characters in this movie.
Yes.
It is a loaded ass cast full of beloved veteran actors of the stage and screen and musicians too.
And some younger folks as well. Selena Gomez is in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and those the three kids that were in the juvenile hall.
Juvenile hall. Yeah. Who were they?
I didn't know them, but they were good.
They were
Real
great.
quick, I thought it was really, really funny that it's like the Centreville sign is like a nice place. And
Yeah.
the population 738, and they have an entire juvenile.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I didn't think about it that
Like
way.
when it was showing clips
They
of
only
town
had-
and it showed the detention center, I was like,
Yeah.
wait, it said there were 738 people.
They only had the
Right.
one diner, one store, and a hotel,
One
but a
gas
huge
station.
juvenile hall. Yeah, that's
Ain't
funny.
ain't that America?
Yeah, that is America.
Ain't that America?
Well, I mean, this movie is just a comedy from one perspective, but there's a lot
There's a lot of
political
social
messaging
commentary.
and social commentary in
In here.
So that definitely probably was the social commentary that. Because there are no other kids in
I hadn't
town.
thought about it
The
that
kids
way.
are only either dead or in jail.
Locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't
I
thought about
loved
that.
that.
Yeah.
Made me real like
Yeah, because none of them really like out on the streets or anything like
they're
that.
all zombies.
Those two
Yeah.
kids in the gas station when they were getting the toys, and one of the kids said to somebody, "Fuck you" or "Eat me" or something,
Yeah.
and that was it. And then they were dead.
And then they were dead.
That's it. That's the next time we see them. That's a good point. And we never even find out why those kids are in the juvenile detention center.
No,
we never
they
find
don't,
out.
They don't talk about it at all. They're
Much
just
to the
they're there.
confusion of the child behind me.
And there are
kept talking about.
Oh, really? Shit. Oh, man.
And there were a lot of kids in there. There were a whole bunch of beds. So yeah, that is definitely some social commentary. There were some, other very obvious stuff like Steve
Buscemi's hat. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
He was wearing a "Keep America White Again" hat, which is the funniest goddamn thing.
red hat,
so
the
funny.
same white font.
Yeah, but
Talking to Danny Glover.
And he said the coffee was too black.
Too black. Yeah, he's like, no, I mean, it's too
so
strong.
terribly racist.
It was amazing.
He was a definite representation of the Trumpites.
And inside his house was just all like deer heads and guns
he
and
was terrible.
He had like a boar head.
a boar head.
Yeah.
It's tons of shit. Oh my! And his fucking dog was named
Rumsfeld.
That was the best.
is hysterical.
Yeah, it is.
Keep America white again.
Yeah.
Keep America White again.
Yeah.
That
That was
matches the
hilarious.
billboard that was in Knoxville not too long ago.
Yeah, keep
Fucking
America.
It
Yeah,
was like Make America
Make
White
America White Again, was it?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That was it.
yeah.
You got
Tennessee.
Oh yeah. If you support that,
Yeah.
don't listen to our show.
But yeah,
You suck.
yeah.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, please.
But there's also the seeming cause of the zombies and the major scientific climate issues is they've started fracking the
Polar
poles.
fracking,
Yeah.
which is a hilarious phrase.
Yeah,
for
it
now.
is. And it's definitely
We're not
something.
that far away.
Yeah, I was gonna
far.
say it's
Yeah.
definitely something someone is planning.
We're in Alaska and North Canada already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working our way to the poles.
We're
y'all.
getting there.
And that was kind of the cause of all of the the Earth shifting on its poles and maybe reversing rotation, and the days became longer, and pets were all freaked out and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's definitely making and let's not even be such a bunch of predictable libs as to say it's about global warming. Let's just say it's about how humans are destroying the planet.
Yeah, it is. That is
I
what
think it's about how horrible humanity is in general.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the last line.
Yeah,
basically.
like
Yeah.
we're all a bunch of shitheads.
Yeah.
the human race is fucked up or something.
What a fucked
Yeah.
up place,
Yeah.
I think is what he says.
Yeah.
Which is told by Tom Waits, who is
Tom
kind
Waits.
of our narrator.
Yeah, and like the only survivor at the end.
That's
Tom
true,
Waits,
yeah.
Why did none of the zombies want him?
Well, here's the
don't
thing.
know.
Tom Waits definitively represented the people that watch the world fall apart and don't
He's
do
the
anything.
watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's always watching through a lens. Just like
Look at
people
these
watch.
fucking people.
Yeah, he's never directly involved, etc.
They're
Yeah.
trying to help or contribute or
Fuck off,
stop
Cliff.
anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck
He's
off,
like, hey,
Cliff."
Cliff, fuck you. Yeah, Tom Waits in this plays an old, grizzled hobo in the woods, which I can't even tell you how much I adore.
Like, if you pay attention
It's
to the gun,
strapped to
It's
a
what I
weapon.
do.
yeah, that's a gun he
Four
made
by four.
himself. That was like a pipe on a board.
Yeah.
Like, he's so like anti-society that he's not
won't
even
buy a
bought a
gun.
gun. He made a gun. Yeah,
Tom Waits is a fucking treasure.
yeah, he's so great.
Hermit
he's so
Bob.
Hermit Bob, he's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
What are you telling me I should watch him in?
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs,
I
the
still
Coen
haven't watched
Brothers
that.
anthology, Western anthology. It's so good.
I've heard
And
it's
his
amazing.
part, I think, is my favorite one. So
I saw a great article on Facebook that was run by the Hard Times that said that, like, I accidentally beat Tom Waits in a fight and now I'm king of the rail yard.
yeah,
Which I think is what would happen if you accidentally beat him in a fight.
hobos would bow as you walked
Yeah,
by.
exactly. Shit, I'm the new king. Look out. How awesome was Tilda Swinton in this?
She's amazing. I
As
mean,
always.
As always.
It's just
Nothing
like
new there.
Like the last movie we talked about her in was Suspiria, where she played three very definite, very interesting, nuanced characters. And this, like, she made very specific choices in everything she did.
She
And
chose
it's
to
so
be
good.
Edgar Winter.
She looks exactly like Edgar Wright.
And dude, her Scottish accent is
Insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's like hugely into, I guess, her samurai work and swordsmanship and shit.
Yeah, she's got like a gold Buddha, but she's also she runs the funeral.
Runs a
farm.
funeral home, yeah.
Sort
she-
of.
That makeup.
Kind of.
Because she's putting makeup on the corpses, and it is insane makeup.
It is
Hilarious.
80s, late 80s drag queen chic.
It looks like who were the band that was against Jim and the Holograms? The Misfits.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looked like them.
The harsh lines and all the neon colors.
Not like the Danzig Misfits.
No, not those. Different
The
Misfits.
very
I think there were
different.
two S's. Not sure because they were an all girl band, obviously.
That's quite clever, actually.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, she was amazing. And, again, spoiler territory. Turns out she's a fucking alien?
Okay, so the first note I wrote, like a minute into the movie, was aliens? ? And it was.
What tipped you
Aliens!
off? Because, like, to me, as soon
The
as I...
EMP.
Yeah, okay,
EMP
so
thing, okay.
Adam Driver checked his watch. He said that things were the world is kind of strange lately.
Yeah.
I love him in this
And
movie.
he's so good.
He's amazing.
He checked his watch and his watch had stopped. And this is straight out of the first episode of X-Files. Yeah, in the first episode of X-Files, they're driving and then suddenly their cars stop and Mulder's checking his watch and they've lost time. So it's like supposedly with alien abductions, people lose time.
missing
and,
time. Yeah.
And like they make electronics stop working. So immediately I was like, aliens? Like, is this going to be about aliens?
Oh.
And then as it kept going, I was like, this is about aliens.
Awesome.
Who's the alien? And it seemed pretty obvious it was Tilda Swinton, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was also like
Like
they were
red herring.
They were throwing out like Adam Driver as possibly that.
I can see that.
But yeah.
Especially when he starts talking hyper meta, which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second because that's like the best part of the movie.
That's amazingly weird. But yeah, with Tilda Swinton, like, I kind of started suspecting something was up with her when, like, she's out on the streets walking in these bizarrely straight lines.
Yeah, she
and shit.
only she walks only and then
Like 90 degree
turns at
angles.
90-degree angles, straight 90-degree angles.
and says people's entire names whenever she talks to them and shit.
And she's like, okay,
She's
so
like a 4-year-old.
yeah,
I guess so,
Kinda,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like very, very. It's like she is new to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like also,
This is how you interact.
it's like they called her Scottish, but I think she's intentional because the accent's not.
It's not accurate.
From
no.
time to time, it's Scottish. From time to time, it's like Welsh. Sometimes it's just like
Yeah.
They debate at the
Strange.
beginning, which
Yeah.
I love, which for Tilda Swinton, that means that's a deliberate choice to like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she
have
was
that
doing
be
it.
a very
'cause she could have done a completely Scottish
Yeah.
accent. Yeah.
I remember thinking that because that Scottish
The
accent was
foreigner.
on again, off again, and I was like, I know she could do a Scottish
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah,
What is
totally.
happening?
And I can't tell you how much I love that they decided to cast her as an alien because people are always saying
Yeah.
that she looks like an alien.
She's very androgynous. She looks. I mean, she's got those just.
She's
very-
kind of ageless too.
Yeah, she's got that like face that never changes, and
Yeah.
her hair and her eyebrows all just kind of make her look a little strange.
Yeah. I love that she was like, yeah, I'll take this on. People already say that I'm a fucking alien anyway.
I'll go for it. And I'll wear a wig that makes me look like Edgar Winter.
Oh my God, dude. She was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Adam Driver was hysterical.
Yeah.
I think I'm figuring out that I'm a huge fan of that fucking guy.
I really am.
Oh yeah. Did you
Yeah.
guys watch Girls?
Dude, I did. It's so good.
She said it was
And Adam Driver's one of the best parts.
He is
One of the best parts.
He is, I would say,
show
the
called
best
Girls.
part.
I would say that probably. I was trying to be.
Yeah.
I'm a little old for that show.
Yeah, it's
But-
aimed at younger folk, I'd say.
I found all of the early 20-year-old girls who were lost in New York and didn't know who they
Annoying,
were. I
right.
found them a little irritating.
Get it together, bitches.
That's weird. You were never in early 20s in New York, were you?
Oh, no, not me.
No, she was a late teen in New
Tell you
York.
what, I knew who I was.
That's true.
Oh, look out.
I didn't know who I was.
Gauntlet has been thrown. He's got some of the most hysterical and Napoleon Dynamite-esque
Yeah, he does.
in
He
this
actually
movie.
he's John Heater-esque.
He's great.
Like he almost does sound like Napoleon Dynamite.
When he sees
Who's John Heater?
he's Napoleon.
Dynamite.
No.
See, you don't even know.
Because I don't like that movie.
You need more exposure to it.
You need to
more
watch it drunk.
exposure.
Have you ever watched it drunk?
Nope.
No, why would I watch it again?
Because it's great.
I feel like you can't judge it yet.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you here. But he, there's that line where he's with, they meet Selena Gomez and then. And he's like, she's got some Mexican in her. And Bill Murray's like, how do you know that? And he's like, what's he say? He's like, I love the Mexican people. They're like some of my favorite people.
No, he said they are my favorite people. So he had chosen already. Favorite folks, Mexicans.
Like
Amazing.
the latent racism.
He's been
of
to
that
Mexico.
is so
Maybe.
good.
Oh, maybe. Dude, how funny is it just seeing him in a convertible smart car?
That was the best.
Hysterical.
And he had the roof off.
Just rolled up in it.
He's huge. He looks like remember the McDonald's racers that were like
totally.
Fraggle Rock or whatever, and they're like way bigger than the car.
Too big for that car.
Yeah.
Amazing,
funny,
dude.
yeah.
He was so funny in this.
And then when he walked into the diner and there were the dead bodies, and
oh, yuck.
he just went, oh, yuck.
Amazing. Dude, that whole scene where they discover the bodies in the diner.
Yeah, because it's like three times.
Just three times over the same thing. It's like a cop walks up,
footage.
sees the carnage, is grossed out, comes out and is like, maybe it was a wild animal, maybe several wild animals.
Right. And then they kept repeating that line. Like people would be like, what do you think it was? A wild animal or
maybe several wild animals. They just kept doing it over and over, which is hilarious. So apparently somebody right outside the office where we're recording this year's car alarm is going off. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this on the recording or not. If so, I apologize, but just some yuppie piece of shit ain't turning his fucking alarm off.
Yeah,
So
that is true. I'm looking at the car. Yeah, that's yuppie piece of shit.
but I'll tell you what, if you guys have a problem with it, we'll offer you a 100% refund. on what
Money
you
back
spent
guarantee.
to listen to this show. The repetitiveness is also part of the integral humor in this movie too.
Yeah.
Like the whole Sturgill
There's a lot.
Simpson thing.
Oh my god!
Over and over.
This movie is basically a commercial for how awesome Sturgill Simpson is, right?
And I wonder who came up with the idea. It's like if Jim Jarmusch is like, "Can we put your song
I'm
in here?"
assuming, yeah.
I'll say your name a bunch of times. Or if Sturgill's like, "Yeah, I'll do the song, but you have to mention my name 50 times in the movie."
I
think that's how
would
you
say it's
say
the
it.
other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I highly doubt Sturgill Simpson was like, you got to put it 50 times in the movie. Doesn't seem like that type of guy.
Dude, it's like
I mean, it's good business.
It is good business. That would be bad business, though. You put something 50 times in a movie, it's going to annoy people, right?
I mean,
But this movie,
it's
I
funny.
think country
this movie
did
makes it
irritate.
funny
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
constantly doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
The theme song.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
Oh my
that.
God, yeah. We'll
That's
get
where
to
we
the
get-
meta part in a second, yeah. But
I want
Sturgill
to
Simpson,
say I love Sturgill Simpson
Yeah.
so much.
He's
He
great.
is
real true
amazing.
country. Knows
Yeah.
what he's doing, and he's not. He won't sell out either.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say there. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he's
If you ever
basically
listen to
punk
interviews
rock
with him.
country.
Yeah, he pretty much is, which is
Outlaw country.
outlaw
yeah.
country.
Yeah.
Awesome shit. And also he makes a little cameo in the movie too, which we'll talk about when we get to talk about the zombies' motivations and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, that is where we get the first taste of the kind of meta
Yeah.
aspects of the movie. Is when Adam Driver and Bill Murray are in the car. And it's like after
this is like immediate.
Immediate.
I mean, it's
Right after the first
maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get the opening
Which
credits,
has the Sturgill
which
song.
has the Sturgill
playing.
song, and then they turn on the radio, and the Sturgill Simpson song is playing
Again.
and Bill Murray says, "Where do I know this from?"
Like, this is familiar.
And Adam Driver says, "There's in the credits, the credit song." or
Yeah, it's like
whatever.
it's the theme
It's the
song.
theme song.
It was the theme song.
And at that point, I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is this movie?
And then that, like, they just have so many of those references throughout that they know they're in a movie. Like Adam Driver eventually.
Those two do it.
Those two.
Those two,
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody else does. But Adam Driver eventually, like, because he keeps saying that, like,
It's in the
this is
script.
It's gonna end badly.
This is all going to end badly, and then
Which is
That's
great.
like doom.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like that was me going into this movie. That kind of goes into like my doubts about if I was going to like this movie or not. Like after Kate and I watched the trailer, well, and you watched it with us too, it was before we recorded one of the last shows.
yeah.
I was like, this looks amazing, but because it's Jim Jarmusch, I know that it's just going to end at a dead end.
Right.
And there's not going to be any resolution. The story's just going to stop. So it's
Which
going to
it
end.
does.
And it kind of does. But it's like,
It's because everybody
a
died.
little.
Yeah.
But it's like almost like he was reading my mind of me going into this movie going,
Yeah.
but it's going to end badly because it's a Jim Jarmusch movie,
Right.
which is addressed.
And Adam Driver said, because Bill Murray eventually.
Straight up references Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah,
Name
Bill
drops the
Murray
director.
eventually asks him why you keep saying that, and he says, "Well, I've read the script."
Jim gave it to me.
Jim gave it
He
to
gave you
me.
the whole script.
Yeah, and Bill Murray's like, he only gave me a part of the
Yeah,
script.
this is the scenes we're in.
I've done so much for that guy. What a dick!
That's so
It was
good.
so funny.
Fucking hilarious, dude. But then, like, when all the alien stuff starts happening, that's where the movie gets very weird. I don't even know how to categorize this because even though Adam
The
Driver.
last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though he knows he's in a movie and he's read the script, he's like, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Like, this wasn't in the
and
script.
then it doesn't affect the ending at all.
No.
It's just like,
They
well, that
take up
was
Tilda
weird.
Swinton and then
And-
back to zombies.
And it's not just like, well, that was weird. That's in fact what he said.
Yeah.
He said, well, that was weird.
Because that's the thing is like ultimately, what was the point of Tilda Swinton's character? Like she was just there hanging out and was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, zombie apocalypse, I'm out."
No, this is the worst. Gotta go.
Or did she cause it? Like, was there any? Because she
I don't
wasn't
know.
surprised at all to
Yeah.
see humans rising from
Well,
the
then
dead.
she was killing them.
Yeah.
She's seen this before.
Yeah.
One of the funniest parts when she was like, "Are you guys in this together?" to the two dead bodies.
They started
Yeah.
opening their
Yeah, when they
eyes.
say, yeah, are you guys in on this together?
And it makes a little ding noise.
Oh, she
when they
said,
open their eyes.
this is inappropriate. To the dead bodies opening their eyes.
God, dude, it was,
That
it
is
was so
inappropriate.
funny, man. But yeah, it's like ultimately, what was the point of that? And was the polar fracking the cause of everybody turning to zombies and stuff?
I don't know.
I just don't know. I
don't know.
assume.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the guy said it wasn't true. So
It's got. I mean, it's
Right.
got so much Night of the Living Dead to it, where a lot of the exposition is occurring in the background on like the news or the
Radio and stuff, yeah.
and then also the exact car from the opening of the Night of the Living Dead
Yeah.
is being driven by Selena Gomez and her friends who are just coming into town because what was it? They
I don't know. I think they're just-
We
yeah.
don't even know.
I don't think you really
they're
know.
passing through, and they decide that they're going to stop for the night.
Yeah.
Like they're just passing through,
Yeah.
and
like good horror victims.
somebody even mentions it.
There's a guy that runs a gas station.
Oh yeah, because we have our resident
He was so
nerd
good.
who
Bobby?
loved him.
He's the
Yeah,
lore,
Bobby.
the lore keeper.
the lore keeper who
Frodo.
knows what's going
yeah.
on.
Why does everybody call him Frodo?
I love
I
it.
don't know.
Like people that just meet him call
He's
him
played
Frodo.
by Caleb Landry Jones, who's in Get Out and tons of other stuff. But
oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't recognize him either. You said that. I was like, oh, that's
we
the
passed
guy.
that down the road. Like this guy's familiar. Who is this
Yeah,
guy?
he is. He was
I did not
great.
get that.
He was so awkward and weird and such a horror nerd with his little pins on his vest, his
Oh my God.
homemade Nosferatu shirt.
But he knew
I
exactly
make
what
my
to
shirts.
I make them, yeah.
do. He went to Danny Glover's hardware store and started stocking up
Kill the
and
head.
telling Danny Glover exactly what to do.
Kill the head.
So now I want to know who owns the production company because that's the main production company for this film.
Right.
Is Kill the Head Productions.
Right.
And they said it so much in the movie.
Right.
I have a hard time believing Jim Jarmusch has never created a production company before, but I can only.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't
that's a
he
good point.
Dead Man Productions? Wasn't he?
I think
I don't.
so.
I mean, maybe he changed. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up
Happens.
because it's curious. Because he wrote and directed this movie, but the
Yeah.
production company, the main production company, was Kill the Head,
yeah.
which they said like 8 times.
Yeah.
during the course of the film.
A lot of this reminded me of a comic book.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah,
That's
very
why I
much.
loved it.
Yeah, it was. It was like it would have been maybe a good 6-issue run.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of Romero worship in this,
Yes.
I think, too. I mean, even the fact that they pointed out that the zombies return to the things that they enjoyed doing
which
in
is
life.
directly from Dawn of the Dead and also Land of the Dead.
Right, yeah, straight out of that stuff, which was so fucking funny, man. Like, people just kept saying whatever it is they wanted.
Yeah, they could all basically just say one word.
Yeah.
It was the thing they wanted the most. So
Fucking Carol Kane.
Carol Kane wanted Chardonnay. Chardonnay.
Even in death, she smelled like Chardonnay.
Oh,
Then
my
there was
God.
there was
Great.
like the cute girl, the cute sort of goth girl in the
Fashion.
plaid skirt, and she just posed and said fashion. That was adorable.
And it's like, there were funny ones, like Sturgill Simpson appeared and he's like, guitar. And he's dragging a guitar
Which was
line.
Ben.
That was me.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, that's my fucking guy right there.
Fucking Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah, Iggy Pop's in this.
The first zombie that we see.
But that was a reference to Coffee and Cigarettes, though, because Iggy Pop is in Coffee and Cigarettes, and
Yeah.
they wanted coffee.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Who was the
And
chick that was with him?
That's what I
Jarmusch also did like a Iggy Pop, the Stooges documentary
Documentary, yeah.
thing too.
Who's the girl? Was she?
I didn't recognize her,
who
but
she
she was
was.
probably in Coffee and
And I feel really
Cigarettes.
bad about that too.
Yeah.
I feel like I should know.
I feel like I should have
Yeah.
known
should
who
have
it
looked
was.
it up.
Yeah.
You guys fail.
He's a little guy. Iggy looks
is.
like a small feller.
He was
Yes.
wearing big platform shoes.
I know, and he was still like way shorter
Yeah.
than
He's a
than the
small
chick he
guy.
was
I've
with.
got that photo book.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
the
just-
Iggy Pop photo book.
It's black and white Iggy Pop, and it's just like him doing all these weird poses
silly
that he
things.
does on stage.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful, they turned it into an art book.
That's cool.
He made a great zombie, and I'll say the zombies in this looked fucking
They
fantastic.
did.
Even the little kids.
The little kids zombies looked
they look so
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
They definitely were, like, they did some practical stuff, but a lot of it was CG, and it looked great.
Yeah.
Like when Selena Gomez's decapitated head like started moving her eyes.
Yeah,
like that
looked
was
great.
that was CG head for sure. Because otherwise it looked
Yeah.
exactly like her
Otherwise,
head.
they killed her.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise they killed her and cut her head
I
off.
assumed she was wearing like a, because that looked just like her head. I assumed
Yeah.
she was wearing
Like
Maybe a
Green
green
screen.
suit. I was
Yeah.
wondering, maybe.
But it
Yeah.
definitely was on the location. It looked like
I don't know.
I think-
movie magic.
it was movie magic.
Some of that movie magic.
I didn't want to say this in the non-spoiler section.
Okay.
Yeah.
The black smoke vapor stuff
Yeah.
that would come. I seriously thought it was gonna be more than just like visual. I thought it was gonna be like you inhale it. You
I was wondering that.
The
Yeah.
kind, yeah, like
Yeah.
girl with all the gifts type of
It's like a
thing.
spore
And like-
kind of thing. Yeah.
And like when Steve Buscemi kills that guy and it's like right in his
He's like,
face.
yeah.
I was like, oh, he's gonna become a zombie.
I was wondering about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of went by pretty traditional zombie lore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get bit, you turn, you cut the head off, you kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward
Yeah.
kind of stuff, which is fine. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong
that's.
with
I
that
mean,
shit.
that's preferable for a horror comedy. That it not
Yeah, keep it simple.
try to introduce some new type of horror that nobody's ever seen before. You want it to be familiar, but then humorous, and that's that. This is very familiar. It's just a zombie movie. It's no amazing development in the zombie movie genre.
But I think that even the way that they were so, and this is stuff that Tom Waits comments on, the way that they were so materialistic, even in death,
Yeah.
is again going very much along with the commentary about this definitely being about the global destruction that we ourselves are creating, but all that we want to do is continue consuming more and more and more
Yeah.
shit. It's all we care about is getting what we want, not about the destruction that it's causing to the planet, which is a super Romero
Very
kind of
Romero.
thing to do, you know?
He's usually a little more subtle, and there's still some subtle context.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was very blatant with like, no, you guys are shitheads and are destroying the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty true of most good zombie movies, is that they don't hide the message.
Social
It's like,
commentary.
it's here. Pretty clear.
Yeah.
you guys are racist.
You're racist.
Yeah.
You're racist. You're consumers. The military state. It's terrible. Yeah.
Right, yeah, pretty well on Front Street. But I felt like too, this was just really putting it out there that, you know, the same way that we've been hearing about things like global warming and climate change and the loss of the rainforest and shit like this, our entire lives, it can almost seem to be this thing that is out as like outlandish and unreal and unrealistic as hearing about, oh, zombies are coming.
Yeah.
It's like that just seems like that's so far away and impossible. But then you end up staring at it right in the face.
Right.
You know? And it's like there's all these reports going on right now that like the planet may be inhospitable in 50 years and shit
Right.
like this if we continue on, which I've not done all the research. I don't know if that's true or not. But the point is that we kind of are reaching a bit of a 0 hour.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like staring death in the face due to the effects of the things that we're
Which is
doing.
exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
When the undead are coming at them, is staring death in the face.
Fight as hard as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fight as hard as you can. That's how they end it. We'll fight as hard as we can. They know it's going to end badly. They still fight anyway.
And Chloe Sevigny is very much, I think, just kind of the average person that's just like, please just tell me this will all blow over and go away.
She's the only
looking at
one-
it happen. It's banging on the door, and she's like, please tell me this will just go away.
She's the only one in the movie who reacts to things the way people would react. Everyone else is in a comedy. She's like, what the fuck is happening?
Make it disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like there's some pretty blatant social commentary and stuff going on there, but it never really gets awfully heavy-handed, I don't think.
Steve Buscemi's a little...
Steve Buscemi might be a little heavy-handed.
But as a super liberal person living in Appalachia, I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm very okay with it. Yeah.
Also, honestly, that's over the top for people that don't live here.
Yeah.
People live here, it's like, that guy, I know that guy.
That's my uncle.
Yeah.
Well, if you live here, you're like, he wouldn't be talking to that black guy.
Exactly. That's the only thing that would have been different is he wouldn't have talked to Danny Glover.
Yeah, that would be the only thing to
no,
make
he
it more
wouldn't have.
realistic.
Well, he wouldn't have said anything nice.
Yeah,
He would not have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that.
That's my family. He is my family.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we could sit here and blab about it more. I'm sure that whenever we get it on a Blu-ray release or streaming, we'll do a more in-depth deep dive review of it, as we tend to do.
Oh, I'm buying this movie.
Oh, I'm absolutely buying it.
This is one I could watch
I
several
would love
times.
to see the bloopers.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, they just deleted
I could
scenes.
see sometimes when Adam Driver was like trying so hard to keep it together.
Yeah.
You could see him.
Well,
all of
he's
his
acting
effort.
against Bill Murray, who's never going to break.
And he was delivering some of the
Right.
best lines.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I don't know how people do it.
I wonder how much improv there was in this movie, because there's even that scene that is in the movie where Bill Murray goes, "Are we improving here?"
Yeah, are we
I wonder
improvising?
if
like-
that's an improv line.
And they just left it in the movie. Like, what? I mean, honestly, all the stuff with Adam Driver talking about reading the script and this being the theme song could have just been improv, and they were just like, I don't know, put it in a movie.
I hope so.
That'd be so
It'll
good.
weird people out.
I hope that they were just
hope
fucking
so.
around, and Jim Jarmusch was like, "There's this great through line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep in."
Yeah, during all the bloopers, Adam kept talking about how he was in a movie, so let's just put it in here. Because ultimately, it never interacts with anybody else or
It's just
matters
the
to the
two of
story.
them.
It's just two. So it's like, you could cut out all the meta stuff, it would make no difference to the story.
Yeah.
No.
So I do wonder if he was just making all that shit up.
Well, I think
would
in
love.
some ways the
Either
meta
way.
stuff was also like, it was talking about. He kept saying like it's in the script.
Yeah.
Like. The script for global warming is you reach a certain level of CO2 in the atmosphere,
gonna
you
end
no
badly.
longer have an atmosphere.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the script. It's playing out. That's
Yeah.
how it's going to end.
And we, in other words, like, we're all living out this thing where we know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
We know if we don't stop
Not gonna
destroying
change
everything,
it.
it's gonna, again, the world's not going to end. The human race is going to end.
Be the end of it all.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe that is the thing. Is like
Yeah.
we are
We
kind
still
of
fight.
Yeah,
Right.
We're in this self-aware movie where we
A few
all
of us.
know how this
Yeah.
is going.
Yep.
But we just kind of roll with it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're
Yeah.
probably right. I love this movie. I think that it was beyond my expectations. I
Well
thought that
beyond,
it was
yeah.
absolutely hysterical. It never got super artsy or super emo or depressing like I was kind of expecting it to. It's maybe a little long. I mean, it's one of those things where
Hour 40.
yeah, it's like, I guess.
Maybe it could have been shorter. I don't know.
Some people could be cut out of it. It's like, ultimately, even like the kids in the juvenile detention don't really matter that much.
Oh, whatever happened to them?
Yeah, they
That
just
is
kind of
true,
ran
right?
off.
They
Yeah.
ran and it never followed up.
Although I did like how they showed that like the young people are the ones that know all this shit about.
Right.
Well, if the Earth is off its axis this much,
Yeah.
all these effects would happen. Like none of the adults knew shit about it, but it was
Right.
the kids that knew what was going to happen.
And they knew to just get
kids
the
in
fuck
jail.
out.
The kids that are in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they knew to just get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They didn't fight. They never once tried to fight the zombies. They were just like, I'm out. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And we
Done.
run away.
Yep.
They went to Mars.
That's what I'm
where they
thinking.
went to.
Elon Musk took them.
That's right.
Come on, kids, he said in a
Get
South
on
African
out here.
accent.
That's a South African accent, I'm pretty sure. You got it. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I'll look forward to watching it again as soon as I can. Incredible cast.
Yep.
Awesome soundtrack. Soundtrack was really cool and
Wasn't it
moody.
just the one song?
Well, there's also like a lot of
score is what-
ambient guitar stuff and synth and things in there.
Did
I
it
really
say
liked a
Search
lot.
of Simpson?
I don't pay attention.
No,
to
it said the
either.
music was by
Somebody else. Okay.
somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. These ladies, they don't pay attention to no music.
Sorry. I've gotten really good at blocking out background music in my life.
Damn.
Wow. Somebody's always playing that guitar.
It's gonna be a long car ride home.
Oh, wow.
Out. Really like the movie. I'm gonna toss this thing on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna say this is a solid 9. Solid 9, I think. I can't really think of much I would add or subtract to it.
Final thoughts. You basically said it all. I mean, I think it's just it works first as a really good comedy with good meta elements, but then it also has depth to it if you look for it.
Yeah.
But it's not smacking you over the head, but it's not smacking you over the head. It's saying the things that you need to know, but you could also just avoid that and still enjoy the movie.
How like life.
Yeah.
How like life.
Yeah, I think 9.
Yeah.
9 sounds right.
Solid.
What do you think, babe?
What about these ladies?
I was thinking 9 before you guys said it, but
Yeah.
I feel like I should say something else.
No.
I did too. I was
9?
like, I was
Okay.
going 9, and then Ben said 9. I'm like, shit, I don't want to
No,
say 9.
I
now.
don't know. He said 9, and I was like, I can't say.
Somebody
9.69.
here has to be the East German
I'll say
judge.
9.5.
I'll say 8.5/9.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then people boo in the audience.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
8.75.
Yeah, I like that. It's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
So-
9.5.
9.5.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Alright.
it's hard not to.
There was little I disliked about it.
Yeah, that's true. I
Honestly,
couldn't-
the only time I felt like checking my phone to see what time it was Tilda Swinton doing the samurai stuff at the very beginning, and I don't know why. I was just like,
Well, yeah, it was slow.
It was a slow, and
Yeah.
it was very long.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
part.
Jim Jarmusch.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only part that I was like, what time is it?
Yeah, it's not a hyper fast paced movie.
He likes a steady shot.
Yeah. If you're like hyper ultra ADD, okay, maybe this isn't your kind of thing.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Okay, so even being very ADD,
Yeah.
still give it a 9.5.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're a person, maybe you see it.
Yeah, go and do it.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this Dead and Lovely Minnesota. You guys be sure to rate and review on the iTunes, and if you enjoy what we do and want to give us dollar papers, you can support us on Patreon. Tell them about it, Steve.
Patreon.com/Dead and Lovely. Or if you just want to send us money for some reason, PayPal.me/Dead and Lovely.
We also accept beer. Drop us a message on Instagram.
We'll send you an address.
to send us beer that is hopefully not poisoned.
Yeah, please don't poison us.
No poison,
I didn't
please.
think about that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I prefer if you don't poison us.
We're just gonna get
Poison.
get a beer that's just in a glass with like saran wrap in a rubber band, and they'll be like not poisoned.
And it'll say for the boys
For the boys.
with a Z on the end.
I really wish somebody would send us beer mugs that say for the boys.
For the boys. Aww. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here on the show, bringing that estrogen level up to just skyrocket heights.
Yeah, you did make it.
We
much
had
more.
most
a
you've
lot
ever
of
had.
estrogen.
It
That's
is
true.
the most estrogen we've ever had.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause
lot of
normally it's
ovaries
just
here.
like our estrogen. And
Sometimes
Right.
That's pretty
I'm
high.
outside the door, killing spiders for you.
Yeah.
These things happen.
That legitimately happened one
Kill the
time.
spider.
I
first.
appreciate
Spider
that.
was trying to crawl under your door.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Ben would have shat himself.
I would have jumped on the chair and clutched my pearls.
Oh, Tom!
Oh,
You would say,
That's true, because I was like, let it go.
Yeah.
No.
And then she showed me the video of you being
Yes,
like,
with the
"That's a
spider."
spider.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then we watched
The-
it like 10 times.
Right.
The best.
I get a lot of comments asking if I safely removed the spider from the house. I'm just going to tell you guys, I did not.
You did not.
No.
I moved him across the Rainbow Bridge. Expedited.
Once you cross my
He's
threshold,
in spider
forfeit
ball
your life.
now.
Yeah, it's over for that guy.
He was like, Spider Heimdall, open the Bifrost.
That's right. That's right. Well, you guys be sure to tune in next week for another brand new episode of Grab and Bubbly. You guys have been absolutely gosh darn wonderful. We've been Ben.
Steve.
Emily.
Kate.
Yay! Bye y'all.